Welcome to part 5 of soap making process. We're going to talk about the machines and equipment that are needed to start up and run a soap making business. On our list is number 1 is the machinery. I will talk to you about the machines that you will need to. I will also walk you through the operation equipment that are needed to run a soap factory, and then I will also tell you the safety protocols, the safety gear, the safety measures. So let's go through them. We'll go to our board and clear everything. Then we come back to the first page, and here we go. So the machines that are needed in making soap, the first one is molds. You can use molds to make soap, either wooden molds or silicone metallic molds can apply. I'll show you the example. And then the second one is you can use table cutter machine. Now for the molds operate like this. Let me show you the example. These are the molds. This is how molds are. These are the molds. So when you have made the soap, you can just pour in the soap into these molds, and it will dry. When they dry, it will shape itself into a bar soap. This is how molds are. Thank you. So I've shown you the molds. You boil the soap. Once you're done boiling it, you pour it into those molds. It will dry. After it has dried, you remove it. You put a stamp on it. And you're good to go. Okay, now we can go to molds. Can be good for starting. If you have little capital, you have small money for beginning, you can use the molds. But if you have a big client base, it will really disturb you because you cannot produce so many, like 5,000 or 1,000 bars in a single day with the molds. You need a lot of work. It is tedious, and quality control is a bit hard. But that is good for a start if you just have little money and you want to do the soap business. That is it. So you boil the soap, like I said, in your drum. After it is done, you pour it into the molds. Once you pour it into the molds, you now take it where to dry. Once it's dried, you now put a stamp on it, put it in Cavera and in the boxes. Ready to go to the market. That is what you need for molds. So let's see the next, which is the table cutter machine. Like this, the soap is poured into that mold and it dries in the mold. You bring into this cutter machine, and then you cut it into small pieces, and then you cut it now into bars. So it is also manual. It does not need electricity. It is just simple like this. For cutting, the measurements are put in place, and as my students, when you are starting, I can be able to show you the right measurement that you need. So this is how you do the table cutter machine. You boil your soap. Once you are done boiling it, you pour it into molds, bigger molds. Some are 20 kg molds, that means those are 2 boxes. Some are 15 kgs, some are 30 kgs. So the ones you have chosen, you put in the molds. Once they dry, you remove them. They become big blocks when you remove them from the molds. And then you take them to the table cutter machine. Then you cut them into small bars. You cut them into small bars, and that is it. So this is also close to the mold, the other first one I explained, because this is a bit faster than the other ones, and you can do so many of this. You can produce a lot of soap with it, and it doesn't need electricity. It does not need a lot of science. It does not need a lot of technology. This machine is available and very cheap to make and easy to make. You can actually put it in your behind your house or in a garage or where, and you will operate from there. So the third one is a plodder machine. This one requires electricity. It has a lot of process the soap goes through, and it can produce large scale, and it uses motor, and it can be mostly, it is single phase. Some are 3 phases, but mostly we use single phase. So you don't need a special meter to operate it. You just need these normal meters, and that is it to run it. Let me show you how it looks. Table machine, okay. this is how a machine works. It uses electricity. So it pushes out soap like that. Let me show you another one. There is also this is how it is. So the first stage of soap making with the soap plodder, I'm going to show you the pictures, but I wanted you to see the machine, what it looks like. So the process of soap plodder, of making soap using soap plodder machine, is you start with the boiling, then you put it into carpet to dry, and then you cut that soap when it is dried in small pieces. You put it in the machine to make the first noodles, second noodles, and the third noodles, and then now you again the fifth stage is to convert the noodles into bars, and it is in that process of bars that you add perfume. The process of noodles, you add perfumes. So let me show you how it is. So this is the first stage. You start out with the boiling to dry like this. You see, in these big lumps, and then you cut it into these small pieces. You see that? And then once you've cut it, you can use knife to cut it like this, or a panga, but mostly a knife. When it is dry now, you put it into machine, and it will come out like this. That soap which you just cut in small pieces with a knife, you now put it in the machine, and it will come out like noodles like this. Once that stage is done, most of it will be wet and so soft, so you'll put it out to little bit to dry a bit, not much. You have to control moisture here, because if you let it dry hard, it will be difficult to mold it into bars, and if it is again too soft, it is hard to mold it again into bars. So this is the process. You see, from there it is drying in the carpets, and then you cut it, and then you convert it from the first noodles to the second noodles and to the third noodle. This is how the noodles look like. Okay. Now this is when you convert it into bars. Now the kind of machine we have here is automatic. It cuts the soap on its own. So but this is what now happens. Those noodles that you have the other side, you can now convert them into this kind of bars. The bar will come from the machine. It will pass through these rollers that will put the stamp on it, and then it is ready to be removed, or you can be cutting it, because some part of it is cut by the rollers. You can see the rollers here. You can cut the soap, and then you can finish it up. A very nice soap, straight, smooth, and clean. Now the good thing about using Plodder machine is that it balances the soap. It can remove whatever dust that was there in the soap, and it can make soap so smooth and very nice, shining, and very good. And you can use it for large scale production. This machine that we have here can produce over 1,000 bars in a day. Now that is very hard to do with molds. It will require a lot of molds and many people to work on it, but this one here is only operated by 2 people. You understand? So it takes electricity, but it can do a lot of work, and the consumption rate for electricity is not so high. So it is a good one, and it's not expensive though. So once you're done with the bars, and then this is it. Then once you are done with the package, you are ready to go to the market. This is the fulfillment of making soap. You started from scratch up to this stage. Now you're going to the market. The soap is ready. You have a truck, and you have packed it already. There are orders, and this is so fulfilling and so nice to be a soap maker, because you really can see the whole thing coming out.